Okay, on with the fun.
Greetings!
We've not long got back from Texas, and one of the things we need to do is keep a bit fitter because we've had our fill of food, and thanks to the DYU T1 Electric Bike, we are having a bit of fitness and a hell of a lot of fun.
Whoa! But not only that, we're going to be going to the store to get some ingredients for eggnog. Now we know this is a big American tradition, although it was invented in Britain.
Yes.
More on that on the next video.
Okay, on with the fun. Okay, on with some fun.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, I haven't cycled for quite a while, as you can probably tell. Here I'm just pedaling as normal, but you've also got pedal assist. So when you hit like a little dip or a little hill, it gives you a little boost over it, which is great fun, but it's not the funnest thing. Oh, and by the way, this is 30 miles per hour. This bike will go up to about 15 miles per hour. I don't think I'm going to break any speed limits with that, but let me show you my most fun feature. You ready? Right, I'm not doing anything, just pressing the throttle button and... There's 7 gears with this, so it is actually helping me to be able to get a bit of fitness, and I can turn it off so that I can get fitter and fitter and help myself lose a little bit of weight if needed. But the good thing about this bike as well is it apparently goes from like someone that's height of 5'2" to like 6'4". I did also pop the mud guards on this bike, which they don't look as cool as without the mud guards, but it's definitely needed, as you can tell, because it's very wet in Britain. Ready, steady, go!
Now, as my legs are a little bit longer than Mrs. H's, we've got a quick release seat, easy to use, kick the stand. And I've not ridden a bike in about 25 years. So yeah, this could go really wrong. Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna go and press the button. Whoa! Oh God, I hope a car doesn't come. I'm going to get some exercise, but not really overexert myself and put myself off cycling again. So this will be a great introduction to getting back on the bike, getting a bit of fitness up. This is great. I'm very thankful for the mud guards. So park up. Am I right in saying this folds up as well?
It does. I didn't find it the easiest to fold, but it does definitely fold. The DYU T1 Electric Bike comes with the instructions and all the tools that you need to assemble the bike. The instructions are a little bit limited in that it only tells you how to install the front wheel and little much else, so I had to check out some other YouTube videos to work out how to assemble this bike properly. You get an EU mains charger for the battery in this set, as well as a UK mains plug. You also get a USB plug to charge that rear light, which I'll tell you a bit more about later. Now with the unboxing, make sure you unbox it carefully. Take off all of that packaging and dispose of it appropriately. Now be careful with this little sucker, as I nearly threw it away, but it does contain the nuts and bolts for your front wheel, which you will need. I had a little bit of trouble locking the handlebars in place, so just give this a real aggressive push and it will lock into place okay. Okay, those nuts and bolts are coming in handy now. Just check the wheel moves freely and adjust if required. Pop in the bike seat, which is adjustable, and pop on the pedals, which are labelled left and right. My little helper came in now to help me install the front light and the rear light, which she quite liked. Now the mud guards had no idea what to do here or if I even wanted them. Back to YouTube. Okay, I thought the mud guards are going to come in handy for the wet British weather, so I popped them on. Had to take the light back off to put it on anyway. But on the rear one, this caused me a little bit of aggro, but what I would say is attach the side first of all, which has got the gears on, because it's much easier to get it into place and to screw it in on both sides. Okay, attaching a throttle to make this a fully electric bike. Just attach this to the handlebars, and then you have to remove a cap which is on these cables, and then you just line up these 2 yellow parts so that the arrows are completely aligned, and that will give you full electric power on your e-bike. Also powers the front lights. Got some nice thick tyres on this bike as well, which I loved. And the display here will also show your battery levels. You've got 7-speed Shimano gears. The bike is both pedal assisted and electric. The rear light back here is USB chargeable with the USB that's supplied with it, so that's quite cool. And the battery has got an anti-theft system in it, so it is locked in with this key, and then you just turn it to remove the battery when you want to. Folding the bike was a little bit tricky, had to get some thigh power involved, and I didn't bother folding those handlebars because you know I had trouble with that in the first place, but they do fold down so it fits nicely in a trunk or on a bus or wherever you're going, and you need that bike to be a little bit smaller.
This time of year the shops are absolutely manic, so I thought what better way to go shopping than to take the bike with me rather than try and take the car and park it in a massively crowded parking lot. So off to the shops we go to buy the ingredient for that eggnog. Here we go. One of the reasons why I wanted to cycle today was because it's always traffic over here. I know it's moving, but it's slow. But then you get to places like you need to go and you've got a queue to go in or out, and that's if you find a parking space. Actually, this time of day, it's not too bad. So I'm glad I came. Just a bit nervous about cycling because it's getting dark. However, I do have a nice light on my bike now, so hopefully I will be okay. Always one of the busiest aisles, the alcohol aisle. Now to get the rum, brandy and bourbon. Apparently this is the closest thing that we have to eggnog. Maybe we'll buy it and try it sometime. Oh, contains barn eggs. And this is me going into M&S to collect a present. I don't think you've got M&S over in the States, so I might do some sneak peeks over on Patreon. This is one of the reasons I'm glad I cycled. I know there is some spaces that you can see here, but to get out of places like this is an absolute nightmare. You've always got like cars queuing up. You'll see the red lights in a minute to get out of an exit and an entrance. Yeah, there they are. They're all queuing. So luckily I managed to park my bike. Is that what you say? I managed to park my bike. I've put it by Asda. I've gone into Asda, got a couple of bits in my backpack that I needed to get for the eggnog, and now I've just got to pick up a Christmas present, which I wasn't planning on doing, but it's getting dark and I'm a little bit worried that I'll be cycling in the dark.
I'm gonna have a bit more fun with this. Whoa!
Mommy, Daddy, do.
It's really neat. It's like, it just takes the edge off from cycling. I was in two minds about this electric bike. I get it. Again, a great introduction to cycling, and I would definitely be using it.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy,
Look.
You gonna give Daddy a race?
This is actually really fun. What's this called again? What's bike?
DYU.
Yes, Ace. Click here now and you'll be able to see us make eggnog and try eggnog for the very, very first time. Alcoholic and alcoholic free. Watch the H's. Click this link right now for part 2. I cannot wait for this. Like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And see you in the next video.